Yeah, baby, yeah, baby, yeah, baby. Yeah. This is DJS, and this is the Negro Exciting News Fun Show. So today, nightclub fights. So what I've been noticing, you're in the club, everything's peaceful. It's peaceful. Everyone's dancing, enjoying themselves. It's all good. Then as soon as it's time to go, all of a sudden fights break out. Yeah. That's literally what's happened. The last two times there's been fights in this club in the West End of London. As soon as it's time to go, all these stupid fights start breaking out. And this is what happened last Saturday. So what I start to realize is when it's home, these motherfuckers, they don't want to go home. So they figure, well, if we have a fight, then we can stay here a little bit longer. It's as simple as that. Yeah. I mean, I saw this phenomena and I thought, wait, hold on. Do these motherfuckers want to stay? I said, no, it can't be that. But when I just saw it last week, Saturday, and two guys, if you saw what the fight was for, I think it was like one guy. Now, there was two fights that broke out right at the very end. As they're finished and they're going up the stairs to leave, two fights broke out. And what he said was something like, he said he's got £5,000, and the other one said, "Oh, my watch cost more than £5,000." So they started fighting. Is there any reason to fight? Oh, I got £5,000. Yeah, my watch cost £5,000. So there weren't two people having a fight. Please tell me. I've got £5,000 in my pocket. Oh, my watch is worth over £5,000. Yeah, that warrant having a fight. I mean, to fight is a serious thing because, it's like you could be hurt. I mean, when I say hurt, I mean not like. I mean, you could be seriously hurt, man. You could be killed. Yeah, you end up in prison. Yeah. Or you got an enemy for life. You never know when you might see this person again. They might come for you with their crew. You don't know. Fight is something you really need to avoid. Yeah. And like, it seems to be now, there's no, people don't seem to, they don't have a fear of consequences. Yeah. There don't seem to be no fear of consequences. Yeah. So that when I actually heard the guy say that, he was actually outside of the club. And then he started running to fight the guy. And then the bouncer just kind of put his arm and pulled him back. It was so stupid. I mean, they'll fight right in front of the police. That's another thing. Like in the UK now, there doesn't seem to be any consequences. I mean, you hear them saying on the news now. You literally hear debates on radio shows. Oh, we can't send any more people to jail because the jails are full. So it's like, what does that mean? No matter what you do now, you'll never go to prison. And that's the way it seems, because all I see is that these people actually think, these youngsters think like there's no punishment. You know what I mean? Literally, I don't know. I mean, they literally must go to court and nothing happens to them. So there's no fear. They have no fear of consequences. They have no fear of punishment. Then the other fight was, uh, yeah, these guys. One was white and one was an Oriental. Yeah. So there was a white guy and there's some Oriental guys, and they were like, they started to. Yeah, I saw some pushing and shoving. Yeah, no fighting, no fighting. And then separated, and then the guy was like, "Oh, um, he took a picture, then he hit my chest with his phone. So he took his phone and hit my chest with it. So I took the phone back and hit him back on the chest. So they had a fight for that. I mean, what is this? How old is this? Is what little you doing kindergarten? I mean, these are big men, in their 20s, yeah? What kind of stupid thing people fighting for? So they were stepping out the club. Going out the club, they're arguing and shouting on the stairs. But the bouncers separate them. Yeah, like they're just going to fight for anything. Yeah? And girls fighting too. I mean, not last week, but the week before. And what I think here, when first we just had boxing, because in boxing there appears to be rules. Pugilists. What's the term I'm looking for? The Queensbury rules. Boxing where it's like more gentlemanly. But since they introduced UFC and MMA, it seems to create like a volatile atmosphere in society. Yeah. And the people have gone more wild. So they put this crazy MMA on TV, and like everyone's just watching everyone fight like animals. And this UFC is different. It's like there's no rules. You can stamp somebody's head, elbow somebody's nose is half hanging off, then the referee stops it. There's something just a bit more savage about this MMA. And I've noticed, like, society's become more wild since they've introduced this MMA. And now you'll see girls fighting in clubs. Yeah, I remember that was last year, wasn't it? Yeah, that was last year. Yeah, a girl hit another girl in the face with a bottle. Yeah, and her tooth was chipped, but she was not happy about that. Yeah, well, naturally she wouldn't be. Just hit her in the face, chipped her tooth. Girls fighting like men. It wasn't like that before. Yeah, and they weren't negresses either. They were two white girls. A serious fight, blood. Now I see one girl. I was looking at these girls, and I could tell by the body language something was going to happen. Next thing you know, they were just punching the girl straight in the face. Bang! Yeah, like dudes. Girls fight like dudes. Yeah, it's wild out there. London's a very dangerous place. It's very dangerous in London. Yeah, I mean, even today, what did they say? Somewhere, who was that? East London somewhere. There was a shooting. A double shooting. And then in Camden, a teen, they said he was in his late teens or early 20s, was stabbed to death. Yeah. In Camden, and a 17-year-old man or boy, whatever you want to call him, was arrested. You just lose your life here for nothing. It's like they flicked a switch and everyone's gone crazy. Yeah. In fact, that Prince made a video, and he was talking about, I think when he was growing up in Minneapolis, they sprayed magnesium. No, the plane went over, something, then later on everybody just went crazy and started fighting. And apparently they spray magnesium and people just go crazy and start fighting. And the fact that one of the most dangerous places in the world, volatile places in the world, is supposed to be in Australia. Magnesium mine there. Yeah. And people just seem to fight and kill at the drop of the hat in this little place in Australia where they mine magnesium. I don't know, man. It's just very dangerous here. You know? Dangerous. And there's no fear, there's no thought. Like, oh, if yeah, I'm gonna spend the rest of my life in prison, you know, I'll ruin my life. I'll never see my family again. It's just like, for the slightest reason, they can literally kill. It's like, it's like they can't think clearly anymore. They can't think of consequences. There's no fear. They can't think further ahead than 2 fucking seconds. Yeah? Yeah, that's another thing I noticed. So, yeah, so after the fights in the club, yeah, I was coming home, I was going up, that was Regent Street, isn't it? Yeah, I was going up Regent Street, and there was 2 fights breaking out. Yeah. 2 fights were breaking out, separate fights, just as I was going up in my car. Yeah. So all those fights are breaking out for nothing. How stupid people are now. Yeah, man, it's very dangerous here. And then, like I say, they'll fight in front of police. They'll do anything. Just fighting. They can bite, cut, stab, chew. They do anything. Okay, DJ S and I'm out.